Hey, food friends. Hope y'all are doing awesome. I'm a former professional cook helping people avoid ultra processed and fast foods while learning content creation for my own. My name is Lee, and I'm just a dude talking food. So, last week I covered some scary food recalls and a change to the poultry industry that has the potential to make more people sick. Today, I want to focus on a few changes to federal food production and safety regulations. And instead of starting off with doom and gloom, I'm going to lead with a positive change that will impact almost all Americans' lives. The United States is finally moving in the right direction and announced they're looking to ban a whole group of petroleum based synthetically created dyes that they use in our food all the time. While there's no official legislation yet, the FDA and NIH are already working with companies to discuss and make these changes. A lot of other countries already ban or highly discourage the use of these synthetic food dyes. This is why most American ultra processed foods can't be sold in other countries. So, most of the following are deemed safe in normal quantities, but you can already start to see the problem. These are all called safe, but they don't really take into account the exposure of multiple dyes throughout a lifetime. Each of these is singly called safe to eat in normal quantities, but most people eat all of these every day, week in, week out, year after year. I mean, a single bowl of cereal can contain all of these in just one serving. Now, to piggyback on top of all of this, just yesterday on May 9th, 2025, the FDA approved for wider use three naturally derived food dyes to start to replace these synthetic food dyes. So, where does this change put us? Well, it lessens our exposure daily to petrochemicals, which is a really good thing. I think the biggest change is going to be the long term benefits to American health, and some of our brightly colored ultra processed foods may look a little duller and a little less vibrant. This is a trade off I think is well worth it for sure. The next big change happening at the federal level is that the FDA will be shifting most of the sanitation and inspection of food production facilities to the states. It remains unseen if this will be positive or negative in impact. While some states do have higher standards than what was expected at the federal level and may have the ability to move quicker in emergency situations, there are also many states that will enforce the bare minimum. Each state has varying levels of staff, resources, and expertise to conduct these inspections. Money is also going to be a huge factor as this cost is now being forced upon the states with no increase in federal funding. States now have to find a way to pay for it and train new staff. I can easily see this leading to food production coming out of some states being at a much higher level than others, since there's no longer going to be this consistent oversight. National food chains will also be impacted as the quality of ingredients they use may vary from state to state now. This lack of general oversight has the huge potential for massive foodborne illness outbreaks, and it could also limit the ability to communicate nationally when these outbreaks do happen. States could also choose to hide numbers on foodborne illness now that it's not being monitored by one source, but instead left up to the states to decide. So, as we see, there's lots going on with food safety this year, with lots more changes to come. And I'll be covering them all without trying to get too political. Some changes will be positive, like the banning of petrochemical food dyes and the broadening of the use of natural food dyes instead. Some may be bad, like the changes to the poultry industry that I covered in my last video. And some changes will be more neutral, or the consequences will remain to be seen, like the passing of most food processing inspections to the states. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to ask any questions you may have, or let me know how you feel about these changes in the comments. I'm always happy to discuss food stuff, and we're going to keep putting out more recipes, cooking videos, and more on food safety to help encourage everyone to eat less fast food and less ultra processed foods. Have a great one, all.